Welcome to Sumatra Wildlife Center and ELLISPARK. So this is the entrance of the Sumatra Wildlife Center. Usually when animals are brought in, the trucks drive in straight to the area where we have the clinic. Here we have a storage room for all the cages. Here we have a security post because of course we have people around the clock just to make sure that the animals are safe, checking 24 hours a day. So our area where we keep the animals is behind here. It's off public, so people are not allowed to visit because all the animals here are wild. Rescued from the illegal wildlife trade, and our aim is to relocate and release everybody. So here we try to rehabilitate them, prepare them for life back into the wild. This is our office. So yeah, we have this one office where we keep all our administration, we have meetings, we also sleep here. So this is where we keep all the files also of the animals. It's really important. So this is off public, only for people working here. When we enter, we put our masks. We have been using masks since forever, since we're working with wildlife, because it's important to protect animals from the potential hazards. Health hazards from being around us. We can transfer several diseases to, for example, primates, non-human primates, and the other way around. It's just very important to use a mask always when we're around wildlife. Here we have two beautiful turtles. They were rescued also from the trade. There's two of them here. They weren't ready yet to be released before, but we had released over 36 already last year. We had a visit from the minister and she planted a tree. This happened in appreciation when we were able to rescue 2 baby orangutans together with the authorities here, of course, in South Sumatra. Right now we have this little clinic we use for everything. This is where the magic happens. I mean, animals arrive in a really bad state and then the veterinary team works hard trying to get them back in good health. It's a lot of hard work for the veterinarians because we deal with animals that arrive in very poor conditions. So this is our little clinic, and luckily we're now building a new clinic with the assistance of and the support of ELLISPARK supporters. So I can show that later. But this is our clinic right now. This is one of the birds in our care who arrived from East Java, actually, was brought here, confiscated all the way, so like 1,200 kilometers from here. But we're trying to help this bird who's got a really bad wing. It's a small clinic, you know, we have the basics here. It's not perfect, so we're really happy we're gonna get a new clinic. But for now, you know, we have what we have and we work with what we have. That's it. We have limited resources and we just try to make it work and help as many animals as we can. So this is the baby house. This is where the infants and baby primates stay during the day. It's like a playground. They can play together. We feed them there, but we also give them milk every few hours. We rescue a lot of baby primates here because the trade in baby primates is still very high, and so we need to nurse them with foster moms. So we have like babysitters who take care of them around the clock. Hi Mila.
Hi.
Hi. How is she doing?
Observasi,
Yeah, and everything.
Eating good,
Okay,
doing good, and
yeah. This is the latest arrival, yeah? He looks good, yeah? Skin is good. Food is finished?
yes,
Great. Okay, so yeah, we need to like take the data every day. Are the animals eating? What's their behavior? Are they very stressed, or are they? So yeah, we know. You know, we're here to support their needs, and we need to check them every day. So Mila is working here full time. She's the head paramedic, so she's in charge of veterinary issues, together with Dr. Janipa, the veterinarian here, supervising all the veterinary needs for the animals, and taking daily behavioral observations is very important. These are Anna and Elsa. They have been with us for over 3.5 years. They were rescued from an illegal trader who was about to export them abroad. Yeah, the police managed to catch the trader in the act. These two babies were brought to us for care, together with some gibbons. And Elsa and Anna can never be released back into the wild. So they are here now. They're doing great, they're healthy, they're active, but they need a better enclosure. And because they cannot be released back into the wild, we're going to prepare a nice enclosure for them at ELLISPARK, at the sanctuary. So these are the primate socialization cages. So when primates arrive, we put them through a quarantine period where we check their general health, we take blood samples, we check for tuberculosis and other various health issues. And once they are declared healthy by the veterinary team, then we can move to the next stage in their rehabilitation process, which is socializing them in family groups. And this is happening here in these socialization cages. So the cages are built in a way that we can introduce the monkeys to each other. These are all macaques that were rescued, and we aim to build more of these enclosures right here. So yeah, we're still looking for funds for that, because these enclosures are really important in the rehabilitation process of these primates. Okay, this is the enclosure for the leopard cats. They're very shy, they're very wild. They're not ready to be released yet. They just arrived like a few days ago, and they're probably going to be with us for a while. But we aim to release them, and we surely aim to release them with a GPS transmitter. So we're trying to get all of that together and find them a safe release site. Yeah, these are wild forest cats. They're nocturnal, so they're active in the night. So in the night we also have to go out and check on them. These are new facilities for eagles. We receive a lot of eagles here, and they need high and wide and long cages where we can enable them to fly and catch their prey during flight. It's very important to observe them in this way, so we know if they can be released or not. So we're now just building new eagle pre-release rehabilitation cages. So as you can see, we have fish ponds in there. So there will be live fish in there. And the team will just be observing them from a distance. It will be perfect if in the future we have like cameras. So we don't need to be too close to them, but now we observe them from, a distance. far enough for them not to become stressed with having us around and to be able to observe their natural behavior. So right next here is where ELLISPARK is located, the sanctuary for the animals that cannot be released. This is the crocodile pond. So here we have one crocodile now who was rescued from a legal trader in Java and then brought to us, and we aim to rehabilitate and release the croc back into the wild. Last year we released 17 crocodiles that were rescued back into the wild together with the Ministry of Forestry and Environment. So these are the pig-tailed macaques in our care. In Indonesia, their status is still very low. They're traded still in high numbers. It's very challenging to find them a proper release site. But yeah, that's our aim. So we have now 3 big groups, and we're trying now to find a good release site where they'll be safe and where we can get approval from the government. Oh, they're next door. They moved to the night enclosure. So this is a really nice family of pig-tailed macaques. They were all rescued individually. They all have a very sad story. Chained, used for social media content. 2 of them were used and abused for films that were shown on internet. Fortunately, they could be rescued, and some of them were chained and caged. And we also have a few in this enclosure that were rescued from an illegal trader, by the K9 Wildlife Detection Unit. So yeah, they all have different stories. But now they're all together, they're forming a new family, and together they will go free. These are our eagle cages. So it's more like the quarantine area, and where we can select them to go in the further stage of rehab. So when we see that they're catching their own prey, and physically they are healthy, mentally also they're not too focused on people, this is all really important. Then we move them to the next stage, which is the rehabilitation enclosure, where they learn how to catch prey again in flight. And when they can do that, then they can go free. But we don't just release the animals. We always release them in an area where an area that we've surveyed and where we get the approval of the government. And also after release, we still monitor them to make sure that they're surviving. The eagles are quite shy, and we don't, have any contact with them. So we just keep our distance also. We have different eagles here. Mountain eagles like the changeable hawk eagle, the serpent eagle, but also white-bellied sea eagles and Brahmini kites. And a lot of different species actually enter the center. So now we're walking towards ELLISPARK, right next to Sumatra Wildlife Center. We have been able this year, 2021, to realize a sanctuary Our first residents have arrived. They are, they've been with us in care for already a while. Rina, she's a handicapped pigtail macaque. She lost both arms. And now we have also Trinity, a gibbon who also is handicapped. And yeah, they can never go back to the wild. So our dream was to realize a sanctuary for those animals that need long-term care. And this year we managed to realize it with the support of Warren Ellis and also Lorinda Jane as a founder here in right next to Sumatra Wildlife Center. So here we are at ELLISPARK, the sanctuary for those animals that cannot be released back into the wild. We have Trinity, a handicapped gibbon, a very special girl, and Rina. We call her the queen of ELLISPARK, also a handicapped primate who will be here with us. So this is ELLISPARK. There we have the Sumatra Wildlife Center, and together we are a force against wildlife crime. Thanks.